One man. One desire.
"Get your hands off me, you damn dirty ape," said John to the prison guard, tossing them all aside in the middle of the plane, down the aisle, because that's the kind of plane John was on. A prison plane. John the Fifth? John the Fifth was a prisoner. A prisoner of some foreign government who he was totally unaware of. But he was going to go to the one ironic location as a result. The prison. John was a vengeful, murderous beast. He didn't have the kind, brave heart of his father, nor his father's father, nor his father's 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 father. They were... Is that right? Regardless, this was some time he could win because he was a murderous fiend who was able to take blood at a moment's notice. The only thing he would have to rely on is the fact that nobody else was going to come for him. John was not alone. Someone else had tried to join him at the location. Luckily, John was only going for the hangars, and the other guy was going for the roof. Uh-oh, John did not want to land on the roof. John knows somebody else landed. He picks up the nearest weapon he can find. Ooh. John doesn't know what this weapon is. John has never seen this weapon before. What weapon is this? What weapon is this? He's got to be in here, John said to himself as he ran in, aggression in his eyes, bloodlust filling his lungs. He knew he could kill. He could taste blood. But he could also hear gunfire in the distance. He wasn't sure what to do. John did the only thing he knew that he could do. He kept running to the other hangars, trying to take the equipment before the other people would take it. He wasn't sure whether to use his newfound weapon, as he didn't know whether it was good or not. There's a very good chance that guy went for the building, John thought to himself aloud. But he didn't care. He wanted to find him. He wanted to see the guy's eyes, the white in the guy's eyes, as he finally murdered him. John could barely control himself. He could taste blood in the air like a shark, using its ampuli to detect blood in the water, because sharks do that and it's totally fucking awesome. John wasn't normally a man to take precautions, but he was wary. He suddenly became aware that even if he managed to kill this guy, he probably wouldn't get out alive. This was a chance he had to take, so he ran. He ran for his life. He didn't have any visual of any other enemies in sight, which is a good sign for now, I suppose. John had found himself a vehicle. He was fine. He would be safe for now. Maintaining firm contact with the road, he headed on his merry way towards the farm, somewhere more central in the area, possibly where other people hadn't quite got to yet. John was going to have to take a risk in the least stable vehicle in the entire world game? The reason John was a prisoner was because he had murdered 99 other men in a similar exchange to this. But this would probably be the way he died. Oh, the irony. Tasting chicken dinners once, but never again. Purely because of your arrogance. That's all this will be, John, he thought to himself. If you die, it'll be arrogance. John was happy with what he found. He liked the look of this very empty farm that seemed to have quite a lot of loot in it. But possibly he should be careful, because there's actually probably almost certainly someone else here. This place is too good for nobody else to have come, John thought to himself. But that didn't scare him. It excited him. He was filled with bloodlust once again, like a frenzied great white. Every interaction could be his last, and he knows this very well. But that Somebody was in his house. He had to get out. He had to flee. He was fleeing. He knew that someone would spot him. John got back on his motorbike and thought, fuck this, I'm getting out of here. I know there's someone there, and despite my previous bloodlust, I don't feel up to the challenge. He cowered, lying to himself, denying the opportunity to kill innocents. Was he telling the truth? John was hiding a terrible secret. That secret was that he wasn't actually a ruthless murderer. He was, in fact, a total vagina. It was merely bravado that kept him going. He wasn't actually capable of killing most of these people. In fact, he had no interest in killing any of these people. The reason he was here was to just survive, and with only 54 other people remaining, he could do that soon enough. John had found himself a nice cozy little spot to kind of lie and have a little bit of a nap while he waited for things. He might have been a coward, but he was a casual coward who, when he knew he was safe, was happy to take risks. John had time to think about his actions. Why did he lie to the other inmates about being a murderer? What was he trying to prove? He was probably trying to get a reputation and get the bigger guys off his ass. But he kind of liked it in his ass. No, not going there. John was still bang in the middle of the area, lying on his cozy sun-lounging deck. I'm just gonna catch some sun, he thought to himself. Brown me, he screamed to the sun gods, but the sun was setting. Is there a night map? Have I done a night map on here? I don't think so. Was this a cowardly approach? Probably, but it was a safe one and he was still alive. Although, so was everyone else. Not many people had died, so everyone else was probably doing the same thing. Oh, he was wrong. That guy was right there. He didn't know he was there. He could kill him. He knew he could. Should he? John's heart raced. He could murder this guy right here and now. He did it. He did it. He had drawn blood. With his heart still racing, he approached the corpse. John was still shaking. John couldn't believe that had actually happened. Well, back to the sun lounger, John thought, because nobody can see him here. This is a great spot, he chuckled as he knew that he had drawn blood for the first time. A vehicle approaches. Somebody is here. Fire at the car! Fire! John could still see his enemy through the 8x scope he had just acquired. He would wait until he could see his enemy in a window and would take his shot. Take the shot! Oh, he had almost got him with his brand new 8x weapon. This is a very good gun, John said to himself. I like this gun. The frenzy had started to get to his head and he was beginning to hallucinate. Oh boy, Johnny sung to himself as more energy filled him. He was rushing on his adrenaline from his kill and almost killing the other guy and shooting at the other two guys. Bloodlust was with him. Could he maybe even avenge his ancestors this time? Who knows? That's not what he was thinking about. He was more concerned about his own psyche and whether he was actually going to be able to kill again. That was all he could think about. Killing. Not winning. Killing. Would John have to move for the first time? He was slightly concerned that he might. Yes, he would. This would be the first. But he was going to make the move quickly while he still had the time. A vehicle was approaching. Oh, they knew he was here. John ran, knowing full well someone was right behind him. A jeep. A jeep was running towards the other guy. That might distract him for a moment. John had spotted a jeep down there. So that's something, I guess. That means there might be other people around. These are pretty good rocks. These rocks might make a very good hiding place. John had spotted someone else. John was going to try and take him out. He was coming right for John. Did he know John was there? Oh, shit! Shit! What? John was doing so fucking well, and he shot that dickhead in the face several times! What was that? Now he's gonna take John's weapon and his 8x! Fuck! My name is John Smyth. I don't know why I'm here. All I know is I have to win. No worries, ladies. I've got this one in the bag. I'm going straight for Novo Repnoye, said John. John was quite the catch. A ladies' man who everybody wanted, and was trapped on an island alone with hundreds, well, with 83 other people. 83 other people? God, it's not very many. Oh, John was the only one here. For now, the AFKers were all drifting into the sea. It's kind of sad for them. Oh shit, there was one other guy, said John to himself. Fear not, ladies, I've got this one under control. John had a cocky swagger about him that managed to get him through most of life. Right up until the moment he was captured, put on an aeroplane, and then, shipped off to wherever the fuck this place is. An 8x scope and an AKM. John was pretty fucking sussed. Shit, there were a couple of other people here. Damn it, John wasted a lot of bullets there. He doesn't have that many to spare. The 8x scopes are actually not that helpful at this point. How did this guy miss this? Said John to himself. This was literally right in front of him. He would have had to have run past this gun in order to get to the shitty pistol he was using. I don't get people sometimes, said John. But who cares? I'm exactly the kind of guy I need, said John, confusingly. Ah, John was fucked. John was miles away from the area, and he was surrounded by guys with guns he didn't recognize. John had a cunning plan. He was going to ditch this city, and he was going to run up to the Dacia Sondero that lay on the hill. But he wasn't a fool. He was going to pick up some ammunition while he could. He'd found a Tommy gun. Ah, fuck Tommy guns. I don't want a Tommy gun. Whoa, John could hear the sound of death coming from the fucking city he had just left, so he's getting the hell out of here. Hightailing it out of here, running through crates. In the safety of the Dacia, John would make his way into the center of Gatka, where he would probably be safe, because nobody goes to Gatka. How did John know that? Nobody knows. John was blessed with the kind of descendant knowledge that comes from every generation of dead John Smyths. John was no fool. He wasn't going back through Nova Repnoye, where he knew other people were. He was getting the fuck out of there on the other road. Although the Dacia was not built for going uphill. John had made it up, he was finally on the road, and he was getting the fuck out of this island. John had a nasty feeling that the bridge seemed like a perfect place to lie prone and snipe somebody in the face as they were driving towards you. Bit of a dick move, but he wouldn't put it past any of the other 51 people who were still on this island with him. Unlike John's ancestors, John was adopted. He didn't know his ancestors. Well, we made it to our marker. Oh, we're being shot at from somewhere, or was that me falling out of the car too fast? It was probably that. John was no fool. He was a dashing man who the ladies loved, but he was no fool. He knew somewhere around him there would be another enemy, and he was willing to take their life from them. John was tired. John didn't know how much longer he could do this. The coward's approach is safe but boring, said John. John had managed to climb on top of the shelving unit somehow. He didn't know how, but fuck it, this was great. So, how about that new place, Kameshki, that they put on the map, said John. John had no idea what he was talking about. He had finally started to go insane from being kept alone in a shack his whole life. John had heard somebody right outside his place. Oh my god, John could see them. There was somebody hiding outside John's house, and somebody was shooting at John. John had finally killed someone! But John was a sitting duck! John couldn't see where the gunfire was coming from, but he knew it was coming. Drive, John, drive! All you have to do is get into the area and you'll be alright. That's all he was saying to himself over and over and over again. It was a silly thing to keep repeating, but fuck it, that's all he had to do at this stage. Just get up over the rise. Oh, that's a big jump. He was in. He was in. All he had to do was go up the mountain. Oh, he didn't have enough fuel to go up the mountain. Well, he could fucking try. Straight line it up the mountain. Vehicle is out of gas. Well, shit. It was worth a try. Right, the rest is on foot. Go, go, go. Oh, God. Oh, God, John had heard somebody behind him, and he wasn't sure where. What the fuck is this bollocks? John was fuming in the fucking afterlife, staring down, even with God standing next to him going, yeah, dude, you got fucked there. You shot him in the face with a shotgun 3 times, and he still didn't die. Fuck this game.